Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can S-double-E, cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can S-T-O-P. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a war, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
And now a timeout. The Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they get it down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Nowadays, this has become routine, hasn't it? That was a heck of a route there by the tight end. A great double move for a big-time catch downfield.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say,
Here we go.
time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Got a man, it's London.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
All Trey Hendrickson did in his first season in Cincinnati was set the team's new single-season record with 14 sacks. In his last 2 seasons, one in New Orleans, he's become one of the best in the league.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns.
Koo now for the point after. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Ready. Ready.
A quick throw here out wide to Pitts.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. They're going to look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Excellent work by Marcus Golden shooting into the backfield for the stop.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Ridder and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
Now back to throw. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
From 19 yards away, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
It's complete, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
He'll air this one out for Boyd.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended the...
He's got a man, complete!
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Back to throw. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Bengals have recovered it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield.
all receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On second, here's Algier. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
They'll run here with Algier.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Patterson. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Down the right sideline, finding room at midfield.
A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
On the double. Ready?
They go play action here on first down.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Curtis Samuel. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And some room to roam now. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Now it's Burrow. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10. at their own 17-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Come ready.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got a man. Complete. 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley. 83 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Taken in at the 3. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Let's go now.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 11.
He starts by handing this off to Drake.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Hey, come here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Yellow, go. Red, green. Ball red.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Shot, 17.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
Back to throw again.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. On second down, a run with Patterson.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on third.
Blanket in the passing lanes.
On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
So on fourth down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal.
He was true on his first, and they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here.
Pass complete. Now race for the marker. And he will be out of bounds, well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively.
I was going to go ahead and call it, partner. You could smell the desperation in that fake, couldn't you? Down big. They had to try something. No one was for it.
I think you're exactly right. With this deficit, though, go ahead and give it a shot. Didn't work out. In the end, I guess it doesn't hurt him too much. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals get a bit closer. The Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
Complete at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
At their own 19-yard line.
Down.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play, you come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him,
and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Drake London, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not real. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or their machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
10 yards. It's second and inches at the 22-yard line.
And cycle. Hey, left. Ultra. Go ultra. Field flat. Field blue.
Second down and inches. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
How about this?
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Burrow looking to pass.
This goes out wide from Mixon. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish.
On one, right?
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Here we go.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
Touchdown!
Jamar Chase.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Falcons take over first down catch at their own 25-yard line.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
Come on, set. Hey, don't
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And this offense on third down today, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. To Mixon on the check down. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now it's Burrow. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Burrow on play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack here, second and 14. Burrow will throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. Flushed out right. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do when the ball's caught?
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. Brandon Wilson to return it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That'll be complete to Cook.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow. And complete, right side to Cook.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
11 MP. 11 MP.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow, throw left side, complete. That's Boyd.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Steal. Check steal. Ultra.
He'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, no steal. Hey.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So time runs out. It's a victory.